Hi, I'm Jennifer Curtsinger. I'm a Client Solutions Director for the West Side. And I have responsibility for maintaining and developing new customer relationships and cultivating new business, writing lots of proposals, going to lots of conferences and stalking people, and generally just trying to get the sales up in the West Side. I've been with Catalyst for 6 months now, and I'm loving every minute of it. I have been to nearly every state in the country, which is pretty cool. I only have Alaska left and a couple of other ones that are really close to California, which is kind of silly because that's where I live. So it seems like I should have been there by now, right? Idaho and Montana, to name a couple. So I just have a couple left, and that's on my bucket list. So I travel about 30 or 40% of the time for work, and when I'm not traveling, I'm at home working remotely in El Dorado Hills, California, with lots of service dogs at my feet. So speaking of service dogs, that is one of the fun things that I do. I raise service dogs for Canine Companions for Independence. The first dog went with my son to high school his senior year for his senior project, and she now works as a facility dog at Sutter Pediatric Neurology in Sacramento. My second dog graduated as a skilled companion for a young girl with Down syndrome. Very proud of those two. And the third one came home, and so we made her a therapy dog, and so she's still working. And then we're currently training Lacey, who is a 7-month-old black lab, who just got out of the prison system, because one of the cool things that the guide dog program does is we raise dogs in the prison system and let the inmates work on the dogs. So something kind of funny that Lacey did while she was there, they gave me her social report of activities she did. She got to go to the Cage Your Rage group, she got to go to AA meetings, and she got to play in the big yard. So that kind of made me laugh, but she had a great time there in prison and learned new commands. So I also have 2 children. One of them is 11. So I'm married with 2 kids, and that was one of them that you just saw, my youngest one. Will, and then I have a 21-year-old named Aiden. And one of the other things that I like to do in my spare time besides to raise service dogs is I am a Rotarian, which means that I am very involved in community service. I really believe in giving back to the community, which was one of the other things that drew me to Catalyst, is their belief in giving back to the community as well. I'm a past president for one of the largest clubs in the Sacramento area, and I am also the assistant district governor right now with responsibility for 5 clubs in my district that has 41 clubs. So that is another thing that I love to do. I also love to have lots of company. I love to cook. I'm a very good cook. I usually have all of the major holidays at my house, and we always have lots of boys at our house on the weekends. In fact, one of them is filming this video for me right now. They come and watch The Walking Dead on Sundays and make dinner, and we have a really cool theater room because that's what my husband does for a living, so we spend a lot of time there. And we also spend a lot of time watching our son's baseball games, so lots of fun there as well. I did want to be a broadcast journalist when I grew up originally, and I also wanted to be an attorney, but those 2 things were both shut down. I worked for my family business for many, many years before turning my dynamic selling abilities into sales, and I've been in healthcare sales since about 2000. Started out as a drug dealer, legal one of course for Lily. And when I started that position, my son was in kindergarten, and he went to school telling all his friends that his mom was making lots of money now selling drugs. And you can believe that I had to go to the office and explain that I was selling medicine, not drugs. Things I'm not so good at. Saying no. So you can bet that if you have a project that you need done, you can call me and I'll tell you sure, because I usually take on way more than I have time for. So that's something that I could really work on. So welcome to the team. I'm really glad to have you on board. Can't wait to meet you. Look forward to working with you. And I love to talk, so feel free to give me a call. Thanks.